Austin Briley coming to you to bring you this Florida State USC matchup. We're going to get a good look at two teams here tonight that have had interesting starts to their season. We'll get a highlight of Caleb Williams and John Smith, and then we'll get Jerry Mays over there taking place at Duke Smith currently while they're working on his development. Go ahead and get this opening sequence through and over with. You see John Smith shove off right there. Hopefully we'll see a lot of John Smith tonight taking care of the football and taking care of the team. You see Caleb Williams just came up on a couple of different leaderboards recently. So that's cool to see from a CPU or a prime player. We'll go ahead and get things underway here momentarily, everybody. Take care of a couple things real quick. Set up the Super Sim. And we're underway, gentlemen and ladies. The ball is going to be kicked off by USC to begin this first half. Florida State will take over. All right, now comes Jerry Mays, everybody. So again, taking place at Duke Smith right now. 3 touchdowns, 2 interceptions on the year. 46 of 73 so far and 520 even yards. We'll see if Mays is able to continue on the rocky road that Florida State has faced this year behind Coach McCain. Or Coach Holt, sorry. We'll see a first down right out of the gate from Jerry Mays. It'll be right on over to Eric Glover Jr. And it'll be Del Walk on the tackle. And we'll have a rush by Malcolm, as Malcolm's going to be swarmed by a group of USC defenders. Hopefully we don't see no USC out here. Or not USC, UFC. Throwing punches, none of that. We'll have a good, clean game. All right. It looks like Landry will get his very first carry of the game, and he will. So that'll be a carry for 3 yards. It'll be 3rd down and 4. The defense is chanting on the opposite side of the field, trying to make it loud. It's play action for Jerry Mays. Jerry Mays is going to throw it, throws it complete. And that'll be another completion to Eric Glover Jr. First down, Florida State. So most notably recently, USC coming off of a 30-0 ball game over the UCLA Bruins by way of 2 touchdowns from Caleb Williams and a large game from John Smith on the ground. And then Florida State coming off a major win against the University of Michigan by way of a couple of touchdowns that were distributed there throughout that as well. Get a look at the rankings of these two teams real quick. So we got USC at 11. And we will have Florida State at 5. Both ranked 2 and 2. Florida State on a 2-game win streak after starting 0-2. Most notably. We'll get right back to the action, everybody. Big game for the tight end so far. To start this ball game off, 9 minutes left in the first quarter. As we'll see a handoff there taken short. It'll be a 3rd down again, 3rd and 3. Or 5, sorry. As that will be completed to number 24, but will not amount to anything too spectacular. We may see the field goal unit come out here, but I'm not believing so. It'll be Simpson on the reception, Lawrence on the tackle. The coach over. We're talking to Caleb Williams and John Smith before the drive begins, following this change of possession here momentarily. See, picked up on a slant route. And it looks like we will see Florida State punt the ball to begin this game. So Florida State's going to punt this ball off. Going to semi-shank it, but within favor of the field position. So it looks like USC will be coming out here within the 15-yard line. Now comes Caleb Williams. 10 touchdowns, 3 interceptions, 1,239 yards, looking like a Heisman winner, as he previously was in the actual collegiate football series this last year in real life. Caleb Williams hands it off to John Smith. John Smith gets about 7 on the carry. Last week for John Smith, 31 rushing attempts, 149 yards, and 0 touchdowns. No touchdowns for John Smith on the year so far, so we'll hopefully look to see that come tonight. See Caleb Williams go under center here. Defense very stationary within their movements right now as John Smith will take the ball again. As this time John Smith will be wrapped up by his leg for a minimal gain, if there was a gain at all to be had. 3rd down and 4. If you're USC, do you pass it here? Do you run it here? Do you use play action? What do you do? We'll find out here momentarily. So it looks like Caleb Williams will be in shotgun with John Smith to the left side of him. As John Smith is actually going to motion out, so we will see a pass here unless Caleb Williams decides to take it up the middle. Caleb passes it, and that is a beautiful slant route pass completed, number 6. Number 6 is going to be Zachary Branch. Zachary Branch on the beautiful catch there by Caleb Williams, or from Caleb Williams. Caleb Williams hands it off to John Smith on a little sweep route. And John Smith isn't going to get too much there. 2nd down and 10. Shout out to all the teams that won their games last week. Shout out to the University of Texas for getting that win over us. It really held me down, really held us down. And so congrats to all those teams, and congrats to the teams that have already won this week. We are here live with you on Thursday night. Caleb Williams looks to pass. They had almost intercepted, but almost caught at the same time. Intended for, I believe, Nas Calhoun. Caleb Williams looks to pass again. He's going to throw it across the middle. And this time it will be completed to Zachary Branch. Oh, it's just Zach Branch, sorry. So it'll be Zach Branch moving forward. So Zach Branch on the catch right up across the middle. Looks like be a little bit of an intermediate post route. And USC is working their way towards about midfield right now currently. Just about 5 or so yards shy. It'll be a spread formation as Caleb Williams looks to pass. And almost there was another interception. Florida State looking like they're much more inclined to swat the ball right now than pick it. So we'll have to keep an eye on that. Caleb Williams back into spread formation again by himself. Looking to pass yet again. Caleb floats one. And that ball is going to sail out of bounds, looking like it was intended for Zach Branch again. Caleb Williams looking to pass. Will pass, throws an anticipatory throw, and that's going to land right in front of both the defender and the receiver. The USC will punt the ball here on their first drive as well. Hopefully, almost had a blocked punt there. Hopefully see backspin what we want, so it'll be a touchback. Florida State will take over around the 20-25 yard line. 4 minutes, 58 seconds left in this first quarter, as this first quarter has actually flown by. A lot of good completed plays, and so that's what you love to see, a good smooth running game between both teams. And we may be up for some competition tonight, folks. Hope everybody's having a fantastic Thursday night, and whether it was work, school, or any indifference of any in-betweens. Wishing well out to everybody in the community on this Thursday night. Florida State's lined up. And play action for Jerry Mays. Jerry Mays is going to throw it to Eric Glover Jr. yet again. And Eric is going to be stopped just about 4 yards short. They actually listed as 3. Lawrence on the tackle again. Jerry Mays will do another play action, look to pass again. This time it'll be completed to number 24. Trevon Simpson. Trevon Simpson there with a very, very, very large catch to get Florida State just about midfield. Looks to be about 5 yards or so short due to the comeback. Single back formation, Jerry Mays sends a receiver in motion. And we'll have Sean Landry take another run right up towards the middle, get a little shifty with it for a gain of about 2 or 3. Does look like it will be a gain of 2 as it is 2nd and 8. Second and 8. Jerry Mays looks to pass. Will pass it. And that will be completed to number 4. Ja Avila. Jerry Mays looks to do another play action attempt. This time he's going to sail it right across. A touchdown! Oh my God! Trevon Simpson, the man we were just talking about, absolutely shreds his defender to put Florida State up here to start this ball game. Wow. That was crazy. That's perfect ball placement there. That's insane. He took everything that he had right at the back of the end zone, and number 3 just wasn't ready for it. You could tell by the way that they both jumped up for that ball as Jerry Mays gets down on the knee, puts his prayer up to the sky, and gets his team 6 points. Now have a 7-point ball game with 2 minutes left in this first quarter. By way of Florida State. Florida State leading off of a 4-4 drive by Jerry Mays, ultimately culminating with a passing touchdown from about midfield. USC will look to respond here, as we'll have it returned. Looked like he was going to potentially get away there for a second, but no cigar. First down and 10, USC. The highlight will be on John Smith, looking to come out here and, like I say, get his first touchdown of the game and his first touchdown of the year. So we'll have to see if that that situates here in this game or if that situates here on this drive. First down and 10, Caleb Smith and John Smith. Or not Caleb Smith. Caleb Williams and John Smith. John Smith looks to get a little bit loose, gets a first down on the play. 4 rushes for Smith, 17 yards so far. Averaging about 4.2 yards a carry. Florida State with 106 total passing yards, if you caught that down at the bottom of the screen. So it's absolutely huge that USC gets moving here. USC looking to respond. Hands it off to John Smith yet again, and this time John Smith's going to get about back to the line of scrimmage. Actually, that'd be incorrect. They'll get a gain of 3. John Smith with a gain of 3, 2nd and 7, USC. 54 seconds left in this first quarter as John Smith's going to look to take it again. Trying to power his way forward for the first, but falls into a group of Florida State defenders. 3rd down and 1. Throws it a flat route to John Smith, and John Smith's going to pick up another first down to keep this drive moving with 16 seconds left in this first quarter. And USC is looking good right now, all things considered. They're being a little bit more strategic and systematic about things. Not necessarily just throwing it all the way down the field, but they're marching and they're moving, and so this looks like a team that feels good, looks good. Like I said, you got a lot of guys out here that are doing really, really well stat-wise right now in comparison to what their records are. That'll be the end of your first quarter. So everybody throw up your twos in the chat. Like I said, first quarter flew by. Couldn't have been more than 20 or so minutes. And now we're looking to start the second quarter. Make sure your twos are dropped in the chat. Make sure you hit that like, comment, and subscribe button. As John Smith's going to look to take it up here just shy of the 50-yard line. Caleb Williams looks to pass. Passes it again to John Smith. This time John's going to break the tackle, get a couple extra yards, and be tackled out of bounds. John Smith's looking good. Begin this ball game. Like I said, maybe not getting super huge amounts of yardage at one time, but definitely being a contributing piece by way of multiple first downs on this drive. It'll be 3rd and 4 as Caleb Williams looks to pass it, and that'll be Nos Calhoun on the catch. What a beautiful catch! So beautiful pass, nonetheless too. So first reception for Calhoun, 12 yards. And that'll continue yet again this USC drive. The defense is going over some things on the Surface Pro. You can see the Air Force coach is still out here with us after being present at some of my other games that I've commentated. If you know, you know. A beautiful comeback route there by Nos Calhoun. USC is now just outside of field goal range. When you got a guy like John Smith, I don't anticipate it's going to be too hard to get into field goal range, as John Smith's going to take it up for a gain of 3. Hands it to John Smith again. This time John Smith's going to be stopped immediately by McCray. So McCray with the tackle on John Smith to hold him back at the line of scrimmage. 3rd down and 10. You see the defense graphic come out here to kind of highlight the fact that that defender got in there so quickly. McCray getting off of his guy and making the tackle on Smith. 3rd down and 10. Caleb Williams is going to look to pass, feeling a little bit of pressure, so he sells a pass incomplete. And you see Zach Williams down at the end of the field right there in the middle. That might have been the pass to throw. And now USC is going to leave here with nothing, provided we don't see a fake punt. And we won't. And that'll sail into the end zone as a touchback as well. So out will come Jerry Mays once again after throwing that bomb of a touchdown in the last drive. 4 for 4, 75 yards. And so very, very, very strong showing there for quarterback. Filling in right now for Duke Smith. And he's going to hand it off to Malcolm, I believe that is. That will be Malcolm. And Malcolm is going to get loose up the middle for a gain of about 15, I want to say. Now we first down for Florida State after a run play there that kind of took care of business right out of the gate. Man, is that boy fast, and man, is he shifty. Eight minutes and 44 seconds left in the second quarter. Just about to see who this is. That'll be Landry. Landry's going to run right up the middle, get him a gain of about 7. Maybe 6. Or maybe 5. Yeah, looks to be a gain of 5. And he's going to look to pass again, and Eric Glover Jr. is going to get absolutely smacked at number 30. So we'll have to see how this plays out continuing for this team. It'll be 3rd down and 3. So not too much to really have to gain here, and they will pick it up without ease, or with ease. Sorry, that'll be Eric Glover Jr. picking up with ease. Jerry Mays not only 4 of 4 on that last drive, but 9 of 9 to start this ball game so far. I'll have to pay attention to that, as right now he is throwing a perfect game. First down and 10, Florida State Seminoles. Looking to get a man to jump, but they waited too long to hike it, I guess. That'll be Landry making it past the defender, getting about 2 yards short of the first down. Be Williams on the tackle. So we'll have a Williams playing for both sides of the Trojans tonight. And we got another jump there, and now time we'll get it. So now it's time to take a shot. That might have been a shot to take up at the top left of your guys' screen if you just caught that. But nonetheless, it'll be a free play. So, and that's what you fake the snap for. It'll be go for it on the offsides. And so that's the whole point behind why you do that. And so that's usually where you'd see a quarterback take a shot because they know if they throw an interception or something like that, it's not going to count against them. But we're going to see Mays just still continue to play smart here. Mays throws another completion over the middle. And that'll be the first incompletion that Jerry Mays throws. So 11 for 12, 137 yards and a touchdown will be where the perfect game ends. I'll credit Johnson with the tackle. I'm not sure who got tackled though there. Mays throws a second incomplete pass that could have been intercepted. Fourth down, and it looks like they're going to go for it. See what they do here with that, and it looks like that'll be completed again to Eric Glover Jr. So Eric Glover Jr. doing very, very well tonight so far. 6 receptions for 54 total yards. That's how it tends to go here in the PFL. You usually see somebody in particular gravitate towards becoming the leader of the game as far as receiving goes. Our previous games, we've seen that from the likes of Kyson Carter, Chris Elko, Georgia. And then got guys like Kyrie Washington with me over at Oregon. So far we're seeing Eric Glover being the tight end of all positions really make a huge difference for this team to start it off. And that'll be a huge, huge sack around the 20-yard line. That'll be Whitmore. See an X, so I'm going to make sure I say this name right. Yep, that'll be Xavier Whitmore on the sack. So very, 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 very huge sack there to force the third down and a ways back. You see the play action there just wasn't able to fool anybody. And man, guys, we already got 3 minutes left in this second quarter. 3 minutes left in this half, to be more exact. And so we'll have to see how this plays out real quick. And we'll see another huge sack on third down. This time it'll be go for it. The man of the offsides doesn't need to come off offsides this time to get the quarterback, as he would drop Jerry Mays for a massive 4th and 24. We may see them go up by 3 points here. Other than that, I can't imagine they'd go for it. So it does look like that's going to do. So we'll see if they can nail this field goal right here. And they will. So this will become a 10-0 ball game by way of Florida State, with just a hair above or under 3 minutes left in this first half. Florida State will look to kick it off again. The USC Trojans will take a knee in the end zone. And out come the USC Trojans. So again, John Smith, no touchdowns, but a very, very, very nice looking stat sheet overall. Williams handed off to John Smith, and this time John Smith looked like he had an option to get to the outside, but chose to take it up towards the middle a little bit more, so he'll be dropped for about a gain of 2. This time Caleb's looking to throw, almost an interception, but instead will be completed. And that'll be Trigg on the catch, as time is just kind of ticking here. Got him to drop off sides again, but this time didn't actually go for it. Does it again. Doesn't get anything. snaps the ball, throws an incomplete slant route, and 1 minute and 40 seconds left here as USC will give this ball back to the Florida State Seminoles. Oh, you see some space for a punt return as the blocks were set up, but doesn't look like it'll be too big, just about a 13-yard return. We'll see the team come back out here to hopefully try and salt this one away a little bit before the half. We'll see Jerry Mays throw a flat route there to Sean Landry. So Jerry, like I said, not doing too bad, and neither is Caleb. Just got to see a lot better decision-making come from Caleb, and then we'll see things like that either work out for Florida State or we won't. That'll be Eric Glover, the intended receiver. Well, why wouldn't he be? We're going to have a check down to Landry. USC will call a timeout here. Looking to get this ball back with just 59 seconds left in this first half. And a coffin corner punt by way of a backspin is going to set USC up within safety country. So we may see a bit more of John Smith than we thought we were going to see on this drive here. First and 10, safety country. Caleb Williams does play action. Throws it right across the middle to Zach. And perhaps a timeout will be coming here shortly. I know the mod does tend to run the clock still. So we'll probably see a speed up of the clock here and then a timeout, just to ensure that USC is able to attain a field goal or something like that here. And guess not. They're going to save those 2 timeouts. Jerry Mays is going to throw, or he's going to be an interception, not by Jerry Mays, and that's going to be a pick 6 by Caleb Williams. Interception number 4 is going to turn into a pick 6 by number 33. I'll have to see who number 33 is. Shoot. I don't see a 33 on my roster, so that'll have to remain a mystery for now, but that's exactly what I'm talking about when we're talking about salting away ball games before they even really start. Florida State's going to take a 17-0 lead with 36 seconds here, and you hope that USC will just run this clock out. Something tells me they'll still take those shots, so we'll have to watch for another interception potentially when things get haywire here in about 4 or 5 more seconds. John Smith looking to come back out, and it's tough to see because it's not like USC is really struggling right now. They're just struggling, if that makes sense. This team still looks very, very good and still looks like they're making plenty of big plays. I still believe in every single one of these guys that are over here. As John Smith will look to run this clock out. Maybe. I don't know really why they called that timeout if they were just going to hand the ball off, unless they thought Smith was going to break away for something large. Let's see. Most likely another timeout called here after the no huddle. And this could be the last play of your guys' first half. And it looks like it will be. We play action. And I guess it won't be. They're going to wait till the very last second to call a timeout. I have to see if they come out here and... Alright, so they will come out here in what looks to be a Hail Mary trips formation, but that does not mean that is what they're doing. And Caleb Williams will be sacked to end the first half. Shout out to everybody in the community who's came through here tonight. Shout out to Zeke and the commissioners for making this possible. My name's Austin Briley, and we'll catch you right back after halftime. All right, everybody, and we are back. Florida State will kick this ball off to USC to start this second half of football. And as we know, the second half always goes by faster than the first. But we'll have to see how that plays out here momentarily. We'll see John Smith come back out here. After not having necessarily too high-powered of a game yet, but we still got a lot of football left to play. As John Smith, man of the hour, will take the and will break a tackle, but be dragged down by his head. So for a loss of a yard, 2nd and 11. Hope everybody enjoyed the Notre Dame-Bama game last night. I know I did. Shout out to Coach Young and, or not Coach Young, Coach Willis and Coach Zeke for that competitive matchup. Caleb will throw an incomplete pass. Caleb coming out here looking to pass yet again. This time will complete his pass. And a possession catch will take place instead, just to ensure that they do get those yards there by Trigg. Overall, though, it will be a 4th down. So with 11 minutes and 11 seconds left in the 3rd quarter, everybody make a wish. If you're a USC fan or a player right now, you're wishing for a little bit more competition. And so hopefully after this next drive, we will see a little bit more competition from this USC Trojans offense. And defense, too, for that matter. It'll be the 2nd time he almost has a punt blocked. This time he'll get shifty with it. But for no cigar again. 12 yards is what he's averaging per return, so it'll be 2 returns so far with 12 yards attached to him. Jerry Mays coming out here with a spectacular stat line. Looking to overall improve the score ratio here. And then Mays will throw an incomplete pass. It'll be 2nd down. Jerry Mays looks to pass, will pass it. This time it'll be Eric Glover Jr. We'll have to see if he got a 1st down or just short of it. It will be just short of it. Refs will say 3rd and inches by Eric Glover there. And we'll see Landry maybe get it. And it won't. It'll actually be a gain of nothing. And so, huge stand here by the USC Trojans defense if Florida State does not choose to go for it here. And perhaps that's the turning point in this game. You can see he tried to reach for it. Maybe he did, but it doesn't look like they're going to credit to him. I always wonder why the linemen on a snap, like in this situation, in the center, don't just dive forward, because the ball is already over where they're holding it. But one of the very funny mysteries of football, I guess. So we'll see John Smith come back out here. Caleb Williams under center. We'll hand it off to John Smith. This time John Smith's going to look to get a little bit extra yardage, but won't seem to. Caleb Williams looks to pass. Does. Completes it to John Smith. And John Smith fumbles the football. That may be down. We'll have to check on that. But if it's not, then we may have a whole different ball game brewing right here than we even had before. I'll have to see if the booth reviews this. We'll take a look here to see if Smith actually had possession fully of the ball. And that's going to be a tightly contested call right there. And so we'll have to see what the game and the refs decide. So we will see a booth review come back out. Like I said, I do believe Smith was down. But we'll get a review and a much closer look here. And it looks like as soon as his knee hit the ground is when the ball came out. And so it does look like John Smith will be safe here overall as far as adding a fumble to the resume. You know, John Smith, you know, he's probably giving the refs an earful right now. Being like, you know darn well I wasn't in that, or that I wasn't fumbling that ball. And yes, sir, we do. Caleb Williams looks to pass. Throws an interesting completion to number 15. And that'll be Lewis on the reception. So an interesting pass, like I said, nonetheless, but that'll be completed to put them about midfield. And so yet again, USC will be making their way just towards midfield. So we'll have to see if that creates some separation away from the zero margin. Caleb Williams is back there with John Smith again. Hands it off to John Smith. This time, Smith is just going to be battered down by the defenders. Gotta love what you're seeing from Coach Holt's defense here, as they have been relentless tonight. Every facet of the game. They've controlled Caleb. They've controlled Smith. They've gotten a pick six off of Caleb, who otherwise, like I said, was 10-3 ratio-wise. And so Florida State just strapping up right now. We'll see 7-11 left in the third quarter. As USC will let you pass it. Gotta throw that ball, Caleb. And he's just not gonna get it off. That'll be a huge, huge, huge sack by Thomas. But now we're looking at a 3rd and 24, and what otherwise was looking to be like a pretty put together drive, as the team is just putting their hands on their head right now, thinking this isn't what we're used to seeing from this team. And it's really not. They've had struggles and all that stuff, yes, but from what I've seen, not like this. Like I said, this is a team that went and blew the brakes absolutely off of the UCLA Bruins just a week ago, and so now they're having their brakes blown off a little bit. We'll see yet another overthrow on what looks to be just a anticipatory streak route. And this ball will be being turned over again with the first down yardage, not even in sight of the screen. And we'll see a fumble in the return. Sorry about the silence, guys. I was waiting to see how that was going to play out, but USC will actually pick that ball back up and maintain possession. And I do believe that this wasn't a legitimate fumble this time. We'll take a look here. Oh, I guess we won't, unless we see a booth review, but I do believe this is a legitimate fumble this time. That will be a legitimate fumble. It was just stripped from him. As you see, he never was tackled to the ground. He ended up breaking the tackles after the ball was lost. Oh, we'll see a false start here to start the drive or continue the drive. I don't know if this is a continuation of the drive or if this is a brand new drive. But, yeah. First down and 15 for the USC Trojans. And now second and like 20. Second and 22, everybody. As Caleb just gets sacked yet again. Gotta wonder what's going on in the kid's head here. Is just not clicking right now. And it makes you wonder. He started off this game kind of looking like a Heisman, like a previous Heisman winner as he is, and it's just kind of fallen down this game. 5 minutes left in this third quarter here. We'll see a pass completed just over the middle. It'll be 3rd and 17. That'll be Trigg on the reception. Gonna motion Smith out. So we see a deeper pass here. It doesn't look like we will. For whatever reason, the quarterbacks in the mod, or just in Madden in general, don't understand field positioning, and so Florida State will take back over. I'm sure I speak for everybody on that frustration piece. There's got to be somebody else that was open besides Zach, but nonetheless, Florida State football. But let's try this again. Actually, no, we won't. This time it'll be sailed out of bounds. They didn't want to have a chance to get another fumble. Neither one of them did. Jerry Mays will look to play action pass it and will complete a beautiful crossing route to number 85 for a first down on the play. Like I said, this is just the perfect game for Jerry Mays today. It's really showing that maybe Duke Smith doesn't belong starting. So, this is fantastic overall, though, that you see this from both of your, you got two quarterbacks that are going to be capable, at least someday. Mays will pass it to number 85, Harrison, Trevon Harrison again. Trevon Harrison will also be the previous receiver on that crossing route play. 3 minutes left here and 20 seconds as Jerry Mays play actions it again to number 24 this time. And Florida State looks like they're moving to try and make this a 24-0 ball game with just 3 minutes and 20 seconds left here in this third quarter. Like I said, this is not what you want to see from USC right now. Goose egg to goose egg. It happens to everybody at least once. Mays is going to pass it again to number 85. I can't remember if it's Simpson or Harrison. I need to go look one more time, just real quick. All right, so we'll be Harrison. Trey Harrison yet again. Florida State in an interesting formation here, looking to do play action again. Mays with all the time in the world as the linemen are just barreling him around and off. And for whatever reason, it looks like he just didn't care. The lineman putting in all that work for a quarterback to do absolutely nothing with it. And it'll be second down and long. And I know for a fact there somebody was open because I saw a couple of them. And that's just tough. But something that they can't afford, as this drive still will look to extend in points, barring a turnover. We'll try play action again, as this time he's going to float it. And this will just stay as a flat route. third down and 14 for the Florida State Seminoles. It's looking like it's only going to be a 20-0 ball game here. And it will, because like I said, the awareness of these quarterbacks in these situations just is not it. All right, so we will see hopefully 3 more be put up here. And we will. So it'll be a 20-0 ball game with 1 minute and 7 seconds left here as Florida State's dominating away. And USC is falling hard at home right now. I have 1 minute left to go, and we'll probably see John Smith run that out. And then we'll be on to this 4th quarter to see how this cookie crumbles, everybody. Shout out to everybody down in the chat. I know this game isn't as exciting as the usual games that I call. But overall, we're seeing a very, very, very strong performance from this team today. And so, overall, you love to see it. As that was almost caught, intercepted, and then caught again, but we're falling complete. Caleb Williams looks to pass. John Smith will take it. It'll be 3rd down and 7. You see Caleb have to pass again. This time throws another incomplete pass, and so this quarter is going to last longer than all the other ones. As it only took about 40 seconds for USC to fizzle out yet again. Harrison's going to be the return man for causing all that disruption back there for the Florida State Seminoles. You see Malcolm take it up the right side of the field for a little minimal gain. That'll be the end of your 3rd quarter, everybody. So drop your 4s down in the chat. We still see no points overall for USC in this ball game, but Florida State doing very, very, very well. All things considered, I'd say. Oh, and this time Malcolm's going to get loose. And he'll make it out just to the opponent's 40-yard line. A massive, massive play by Malcolm there on that last handoff. Hope everybody's staying cool in any areas where it's hot. I know it's very hot here. Very, very toasty probably on this Thursday night here in Southern Cal. And so for a tropical team, coming out here and, like I said, making moves. This is what you love to see as Malcolm takes it up the middle again for a gain of about 5 or 5.8. Sorry about that. And then we'll be dropped immediately. This time it'll be 3rd down and 3. We'll see a catch by Trevon Harrison. Right across the middle, so Jerry Mays will continue on this ball game that he's got going on right now. 10 minutes left in this 4th quarter already. As Florida State's been a huge responsibility for why this clock has gone so fast this game. As they're not dropping anything and they're picking up massive amounts of yardage here in Southern Cal tonight. Even on plays like that, it's just the difference in between what you're seeing between Malcolm and Smith right now. Is Smith's not really getting too much help, so Smith's getting barreled back there, whereas Malcolm's kind of making everybody his. See wide receiver in motion. It'll be Harrison in motion on the play action. Come on, Mace. Throw the ball. And that'll be a fumble for now. But I don't think it'll stay that way. So I'll have to take a look at this. Oh, no, that will be a fumble. Oh, sorry, I had a lag spike on my side of the screen, everybody. But, wow. All right. That's about as pretty of a fumble as you can get on a quarterback. Caleb Williams is going to look to pass. Will, but that'll be forced incomplete by way of a shove to the back. Only 140 yards for Caleb Williams tonight. That'll fall incomplete yet again. 15 for 28 with only an interception. Florida State with almost double the yardage. We'll see John Smith get a play here. We'll see if that falls for a first down. And it will. Just under 9 minutes left here. Here I'm saying, let's get it together, DBs. And we'll see a pass sail away there that otherwise looked like it had promise. USC will continue to make this clock take forever, as USC is just playing a little kid football right now against a very, very, very hungry hippo. Must have not liked what I said, because that was the biggest completion we've seen this half by Williams. Everybody but John Smith looking like they're struggling out there, and Smith just doing all that he can, but when your line's not blocking for you and your quarterback's throwing ducks, then you just kind of got to work your way through it. We've seen this happen a couple of times with Carlos Thompson, other guys like that, and so Ryan Brooks, up until that Georgia game that I had called against, I believe it was Alabama, hadn't had a touchdown either, and so we've seen it a couple times. Come on, USC, put up some points. I'm not even sure how you throw that away or why you back up. But 18 for 34 with 180 yards is a horrible, horrible game. Well, and you got to float that one. If that one was floated, that may or may not have been something big, as this game is pretty much over. You can already tell. Florida State's just been with it the whole night. Like I said, shout out to Coach Holt. He's been busy for a while, taking care of a lot of personal stuff, but it's been absolutely a blast to watch your team do everything that they've done tonight. And so, wishing the best for you, man, and congrats on the way your team's playing here on this Thursday night. Caleb Williams looking to pass. Will to John Smith. John Smith looking to get in there and get his first touchdown, and we may see it. Is the white Reggie Bush going to get in this end zone right here? We will see. 5 minutes and 54 seconds left. This could be it. This could be the opportunity for John Smith to start his reign. And you all know darn well that if John Smith starts his reign, he ain't looking back. And that'll do it. Smith will get his first touchdown on the season. Shout out to my boy. Congratulations, brother. You deserved it. Fantastic job here tonight trying to push through everything and keep on going. What a great thing to see here is Caleb finally just letting the ball not be in his hands after he's really kind of just ruined this game for them tonight. And John Smith coming in here as the captain that he is and just powering through. Oh, we love to see it here in the PFL. It's become a 20-7 ball game by way of John Smith. Again, shout out to John Smith down in the chat. Shout out to John Smith in the Discord. And shout out to John Smith everywhere there is a John Smith. Harrison will take a knee in the end zone here with 5 minutes and 31 seconds left. And hopefully this will be the final drive of the ball game, as Florida State's been fantastic at that. Jerry Mays again with an absolutely outstanding game passing the ball. Maybe not super heavy in the touchdown column, but passing wise just been really on point here tonight. It looked like he was about to escape twice, but this time it'll be Fagora getting half a sack as he was stumbling and rumbling and bumbling. That'll keep the clock running. Mays has proven, though, that he's known what to do in this situation. Almost completes a crazy catch. That'll be something you probably see in the pros. And even there, with Glover just doing what he's supposed to be doing, it's just crazy to see the difference in these teams right now. Effort-wise, all of it, besides, like I said, outside of John Smith, you see him there on the screen right now, getting that previous touchdown. This Florida State team is just every tackle. They fall forward. They get every yard that they can. They take the necessary shots. They play defense. They kick their field goals. They kick the field goals when it's necessary to kick field goals. They get their PATs. They get their pick sixes. They get their fumble recoveries. And so, like I said, shout out to Coach Holt, man. Caleb Williams will complete one there for about 9 yards. You'll see them probably try to work their way down the field again. If they do score here, perhaps wouldn't be as embarrassing. Then we won't see a goose egg turn into a goose egg. But we will see another pass get thrown away, as we are one pass away from 40 passing attempts for Caleb Williams here tonight, with Mays just at a very low 26 to 29. Throws it to the exact same spot out of bounds, and it is 4th down. And throws an incomplete pass, so Florida State will take right back over. Not sure why you didn't give it to your boy John Smith after he scored that touchdown. But we still gonna get hyped for my boy. Everybody put your WRB or hashtag WRB in the chat. Yes. White Reggie Bush has now begun his reign of terror, at least as it pertains to getting in the end zone. You see Malcolm, or that'll be Landry, sorry. Landry with 6 rushing attempts for 20 yards today, but Malcolm has been the primary ball carrier, so that's no shock. 2 minutes and 40 seconds left here. This ball game, as they're bleeding the clock out for us. Outstanding play management, clock management. Don't really know why USC is calling timeouts, as this game's already all but lost. But we have seen crazier things in the PFL, and so I'm very familiar with the situation myself, as if you saw our Ole Miss game. But it looks like Florida State's just going to waste them on the timeout. We'll get another timeout yet again on 2nd down. We'll have one more timeout for USC here, as we do not have a 2-minute warning. See Jerry Mays come out here on 3rd and 11, hopefully looking to extend this drive. Glover Jr. picking up another set of yards. We'll have to look at his stat line here in a second. That'll be 9 receptions on the game for 83 yards. So maybe not going to break the century mark, but definitely doing his thing here tonight in Southern Cal. So that clock's just going to keep on ticking. We'll see 3 more points get put up here, which will make this game definitely over, if it is made. All right, we'll see. 23. And there you have it. Looks like it's going to be your ball game. So we'll see USC take over. Trying to put some stuff together in garbage time here. As it's just been a very, very poor performance here tonight by the USC Trojans. And as my boy Zeke said, all the magic went out against UCLA. 3 straight weeks of winning football, and your defending champions are back. Everybody get a hashtag FSU down in the chat, as USC just continues the horrible showing. Not really sure what is going on here. I don't really know how you have a stat line like that and then have this happen to you. But nonetheless, we'll get into this final minute of this ball game here. And we'll see just yet another incompletion. So 21 for 44. Not even above 50% completion. This has been horrible to watch. But Florida State, on the other hand, Florida State has been fantastic to watch. Like I said, everybody, your defending champs, they are back. And they are in Southern Cal. And they are down on a knee. See one more knee get taken by Mace here, just because of the differential on the play clock and the actual game clock. And that'll do it. Your Florida State Seminoles will come out here victorious 23-7 over the USC Trojan. And your defending champions are back, everybody. 3 straight weeks of winning football games. When will it end? We'll have to see. My name's Austin Briley, play-by-play commentator, PFL staff, and Oregon Ducks quarterback. Y'all have been fantastic. Thank you for rolling with me here tonight. Shout out to the boys Zeke and everybody else, and good night.